Right, so in this video, we're going to look at 6 extra commands. We're going to look at wget, the call command, the vim command, grep, diff, user add, and pass wd. So the first one we'll look at is wget. Right, so wget is used to download stuff from the internet. So for example, say on this instance, we want to install Python. And the way to go to install Python is either to use the package manager or to use wget. So we can go to the Python website, for example, and do download Python for Linux, right? And it will take us straight to the website. So you can go straight to the website, python.org/download. And then you can click on Linux/Unix and scroll down to get any of the Python distributions. So let me copy this. Sorry, I want to stop this. I do not intend to download this. So let me copy this now. Copy link address, and then I'll go to wget. Then I'll paste link. And what you find is that yes, so I have it downloaded now. So if I ls into this folder, this is my Python file, right? So wget is what we use to download stuff from the internet once you have the URL. The second one we have is call, right? But unlike wget, call has an extra flag. So let me download the same Python distribution with call, and let's see if it works. So it did not work. It asks us to use an output flag to tell you what to do. So I'll do that again, but I'll use --output, and then I'm going to rename. So I'm going to name it Python.cgz. And then that's that. So if I go to if I ls this folder, you find I have the Python file I downloaded with wget, and then the one I downloaded with call. So that's called. The next is the vim command. So we use vim to edit text or to open files, right? So let me create a file and call it Devops file. For example, right, I've created a file. You've learned that command. So you can see the file. If I need to edit this file, I will use my vim command. I could just do vi, or I could do vim, and then Devops file. So it takes me straight into that file. I could edit the file with an I. Once I click on I, it allows me to edit. So I can type something like I am a Devops engineer at Purple Cloud. Right, and when it's time to save, I will use the I'll click on escape first, right? Then I'll use a double colon, which you'll find down here. Then I'll use W and Q. W means write and Q means quit. So if I click enter, I'm back here. Just to be sure, if I cut this file, I can find the content of the file here. So that's the vim command. Vim is just a text editor. The next is a diff command, right? So a diff command is used to show the differences between two files. So if I create a second file now, I call it touch devops _new file, right? So let me copy this, and then let me open my new file now with a vi devops _new file. So I use I to edit it. I paste this, and I just say I've just learned several commands, several Linux commands. So I'm going to save this again with a double colon. Sorry, with an escape first, then a double colon, and then write and quit down here. Right now, if I want to check the difference between this DevOps file, which is the first file I created, and this DevOps underscore new file, what I'll just do is a diff command, then the first file, DevOps underscore file. Okay, sorry, DevOps underscore file. And then the second file underscore new file. Right, you can see the difference is just the second line. I've just learned several Linux commands. So this will be important when you start to work on JavaScript or PHP files and you want to compare what is different between one file and the other file. This comes in handy. The next command is the user add command. So let me clear my screen. So the next command is the user add command. So if you check home, the home folder, you'll find that we have only one. We had one. I created one before this video, so I would create one more user for this system. So we'll do a sudo user add. So we are using user add to add in new users. So that sudo user add stack m, and I'm going to call this this new user John. I'm going to call him John. So right now, if you go back to the home directory, you'll find John now. Okay, sudo. What about sudo? Okay, sorry. So right now you'll find John. So that's how you create new users. But you find here that we need to set the password, right? So the next command is the wd command, which we use to set password. So I want to set the password for John. So I'll do sudo passwd for John. So I set the password, confirm password. Oh, okay, let's do that again. So that worked. All right, so that's how to set password. And let's check the password in the etc file in etc folder, the etc directory. Remember, we taught you the etc directory, and we told you that configuration files are kept here. So here is where password files are kept. Okay, so that's correct. So let's do less. I've not taught you the less command, but less is another command that you can use to print stuff to your terminal. So let's do etc and let's do password. So you find all the passwords on the system here. So here is the password for John I just created. And here is the password for Purple Cloud I created just before this video, right? So now, out of so many passwords that we have here, what if I want to just filter for the password for John, right? The command we use to do that is the grep command, right? We use grep commands to filter out something from a large chunk of files. So if I do sudo grep and then I do John, for example, inside etc/password, what do I find? I find that it just brings out, the details for John.